Emily Ralph at the games had the fastest flip tempo as Tia Toomey did. So if you can hang with that tempo, you're going to do well in this event.
First interval is underway. 3 minutes of work, 75 double unders with the heavy rope. And in lane 10, that's Emma Tall, who's having a bit of a problem getting herself started. Sarah Sigmundsdottir having no problems here as she is continuing her comeback from that knee injury that she suffered that kept her out last year. She was 7th in Dubai. Great result for her as she got back out on the competition floor for the first time and looking to continue that momentum here in Miami.
And I really hope that that like bolstered some of her confidence. One of the things that we always see her is battling with that confidence of, am I as good as I'm supposed to be? We've seen her like to the highest of heights, and we've seen her at the lowest of lows. And so I'm really hoping that the injury could have been something for her that she can build into that confidence as she kind of makes her way through to kind of just represent herself to the field.
Most of the field onto the GHDs. Now all of the women now onto the 25 GHDs. Bethany Shadburn was one of the first. Ariel Lowen in lane 4 was also one of the first women there. And lane 3, Fee Sagafi, left side of your screen. Somewhat even now in the opening stages of this event. And as we have seen in the prior 3 events, the leader and the winner of the heat has emerged in round number 2.
I really just think it's important to understand when they are doing it. For all these athletes, they're all experienced. They all know how to train. They all know what they're doing. But understanding that this is 4 rounds, that you want to try to hold your tempo all the way through, which usually means don't go as fast as you think you need to in that first round. You want to be able to hold your tempo so that you can get to that flip sled because, yeah, you're going to be fresh, but you have to stay consistent all the way through.
Bethany Shadburn first onto the flip sled. Emma McQuaid was also there as well. Shadburn is on the right side of your screen. She's in the black shirt, pink shorts. Emma McQuaid is on the right side in the white top. Sarah Sigmundsdottir is right next to Shadburn. Sigmundsdottir with a really good pace here.
Watch this, Sean. Watch what Bethany does. Look where she gets that extra push down at the bottom. Again, being super smart. If you've played with these or had any experience, it's not about muscling it through. Now you see Sarah on the back. She's just kind of, bulling her way through. But Bethany, watch the push. Gets that extra little bump at the bottom to get that thing out there. Super smart move.
Danny Spiegel on in the background there is also keeping pace. Sigmundsdottir is in the lead, and she is really keeping a good pace here in this opening round. We approach 10 seconds to go here in this opening interval. Danny Spiegel has pulled even with Bethany Shadburn for second behind Sigmundsdottir.
3, 2, 1.
Wow. Wow.
Great pace for Sarah Sigmundsdottir, and your keys have been smooth as fast, and she was both on that sled.
I'll say smooth as fast, not only on the first part, she was smooth as fast, and I'm going to say she manhandled that sled, but as you got towards the end of that, it did not look heavy. She was able to rip the one end off the ground and toss it. So, I mean, look at her, not fatigued at all. Granted, we know what the first round winner seems to have done, at least historically, coming up. So I have to see what it looks like. I also like the fact that at the 2-second mark, she still made that last push to get it out there.
There is Sarah's flip sled. She was really close to getting all the way down the floor. Now we start round number 2, 3 more minutes here. And we'll see if this continues to be the pivotal round.
Now, Danny Spiegel, we saw her kind of making a push on that last run as well, but we saw her start to stop. She stopped with fatigue, so you could tell she was chasing everyone else. So I don't know if she's going to have the stamina. At least it didn't have it in that first round. But what is that going to do in the second, third, and fourth round? We'll have to kind of see what it looks like.
It's only day 1 here at Wodapalooza. We already have a really good crowd on hand. Can't wait to see what this looks like as we move through the competition and into the weekend.
You have no idea, Sean. It's going to be an outdoor discotheque of unknown proportions.
Bethany Shadburn, Danny Spiegel, Ariel Lowen are onto the GHDs, as are Emma McQuaid and Emily Rolfe. And here comes Sarah Sigmundsdottir. 25 reps here.
You know, this is about the same setup as far as the athletes as they came off in that first round last time. So for Sarah, this should be kind of like giving her confidence. Like, it's okay. I don't need to be first off the rope. I don't need to be first off the GHD, because when I get to the sled, I'm going to rip the hell out of that thing.
And one thing that you might notice, I want to thank Brian Friend for giving us this note. The clouds have now moved in a little bit. The sun is not out anymore, so it's a little cooler on the competition floor for this heat.
Just hopefully they don't bring any rain with them at the same time.
Already had a little bit of that this morning, too. Bethany Shadburn is looking to be the first woman off of her second set of 25 GHDs. She is done. She will head back to the sled along with Emma McQuaid in that white top. And McQuaid's med ball went rolling. She's got to go collect that thing and bring it back. Ariel Lowen, top of your screen, sprinting back to the sled. Danny Spiegel moving there as well. And Ariel Lowen will be the first one to work. Now here comes Sarah Sigmundsdottir. So Shadburn and Spiegel have a chance to at least pull even with Sigmundsdottir before Sigmundsdottir gets back to her sled. And Sigmundsdottir should be coming into the frame right now. Sigmundsdottir right to work as Shadburn and Spiegel just pulled even with her. Spiegel's got to adjust her sled and get it back in her lane. That's going to cost her some precious seconds. But Sarah Sigmundsdottir has 1 foot to go, and then she'll be able to head back down.
That was a great move by Sarah. Again, not getting rattled by what was going on, being able to hold on. You can see her choosing to go with that overhand grip the whole time. She's kind of bobbling around a little bit, but she's just so dang strong that like she's able to handle dealing with that. But look at the tempo. Look at the tempo that she's working with compared to the other women.
Well, she is way ahead of Chloe Gobbin-David's pace. And Sarah Sigmundsdottir continues to lead. Looking to pick up an event win to start things off here. 100 points for the leader. And for the woman who wins the event, then 97 points for second, 94 for third, 91 for fourth. Sarah Sigmundsdottir has already flipped that thing 19 times. Chloe Gobbin-David got through 28. We still have 2 more rounds to go.
Insane. She looks so strong. And then, you know, we always talk about, like, Sarah seems to, like, reinvent herself every single year. The last year was, like, the smiling on the start line, and then all of a sudden go to that, like, death face where she's ready to, like, get to business. Where here it just looks like I'm here to train. Like, I'm working right now. Don't bother me. I'm not here to make smiles. Don't need to wave. I'm here to do work.
And now she is here to do some double unders as we have started round number 3. When you think about Sarah Sigmundsdottir's career and the debut that she had early on, the success that she had at the games, and then sort of the erratic seasons that she had after that, you know, really trying to round back into form and I think get to a place where people expected her to be after her first couple of years in the sport.
That's a tough place to be, you know, when you have that you know, amazing of an entry into what we are and what we do with our sport. There's a lot of pressure that goes with that. So a lot of expectations.
Sigmundsdottir taking some breaks here on the double unders. Bethany Shadburn on the right has been the first woman to the GHDs in the first 2 rounds. Emma McQuaid on the far right of your screen among the leaders. Ariel Lowen and Danny Spiegel are both done. Emma McQuaid as well, and there goes Bethany Shadburn. So Sarah Sigmundsdottir has to finish up her double unders. Danny Spiegel.
And look at that, you know, Sarah was like the last one, basically the last one off the ropes, I mean, for the most part.
Sigmundsdottir looking to hang on to the lead. Emma McQuaid in lane number 7. Also among the leaders right now in this round.
You know, and Emma McQuaid did really well at the pig flip event in the games as well. So obviously expecting, you know, something to see, something special from her as well. But I tell you, she is just impressive every single time she steps on the floor. And, you know, you always wonder about, you know, what's the future going to be looking like. I think we know. I think we know.
Emma McQuaid has made 3 appearances at the game. She's coming off her best career finish there in 2021 when she took 12th, as Spiegel and Lowen once again with Emma McQuaid will be the first 3 women done with the GHD. Sarah Sigmundsdottir has yet to finish up, as Spiegel is trying to head back down the floor, as is Ariel Lowen. Here comes Bethany Shadburn. Sarah Sigmundsdottir still on to those GHD sit-ups, and both Lowen and Spiegel, also Bethany Shadburn, trying to gain ground on Sigmundsdottir, and even with that head start, they still have not passed her. Bethany Shadburn has at least gotten even, and now Sigmundsdottir back to work.
You know, I think about one of the things, even though they're even, Bethany had to do all that work to get even. So she's already done 4 reps.
We are in the final seconds of this round. Now, if Bethany Shadburn can keep this pace, she has a chance of catching Sigmundsdottir in that last round. Because remember, we have an extra minute in this final interval. Let's go back down to Jamie Hagia.
Constantly Varied is the name of this sport, and you'll see instead of 13 minutes of work all the way through, they are getting a 1-minute rest in between rounds. So in that 1 minute, you'll see these women with their hands on their hip, taking deep breaths in, trying to catch their breath before they have to restart that next round.
Recovery is going to be huge for Sarah Sigmundsdottir, because that woman, Bethany Shadburn, is really putting on the pressure, as is Danny Spiegel as well. If they get that head start that they got in that last round, that could be trouble for Sigmundsdottir here.
Well, I'm hoping for Sarah the strategy is, okay, let me go easy on round 3 so that I have more for round 4, because you're right. Bethany made up a ton of distance, and I thought Sarah was going to have a little bit more to get a couple more flips in there, but that just didn't happen.
Final round underway. 4 minutes now of work. All the leaders right now about 5 to 7 flips away from overtaking Chloe Govan-Davis' top mark of 28 flips. There is Bethany Shadburn. She and Danny Spiegel really sliced into Sarah Sigmundsdottir's lead here in this heat.
Danny Spiegel right there in the center of your screen. Very good jumps, nice and easy, looks super relaxed. See how tight her legs are together, not having to take any extra jumps or bouncing all over the place, saving all that energy. Where you look at Sarah, she's starting to get fatigued. You see her in the black leggings, legs pulling up, bending forward, doing that dolphin setup. It's a lot of wasted energy.
Danny Spiegel and Ariel Lowen first to the GHDs, and I believe Spiegel may have done those unbroken, whereas the majority of the field's breaking these up. Sarah Sigmundsdottir's taking breaks as well. Fisa Gaffi in lane 3 is onto the GHDs. Sigmundsdottir really having problems here, as she's had about 3 breaks in those final reps. So now she is onto the GHDs. Bethany Shadburn already there. Now this is where Shadburn, Spiegel, and Lowen were able to put some distance between themselves and Sarah Sigmundsdottir heading into the flip sled. 16-minute time cap here in the event.
And look at the tempo of these ladies. You can see, like, Danny's starting to get a little tired, slowing down, but Bethany Shadburn right there on the right-hand side of your screen is really starting to pick up the tempo. You saw the pace picking up, and she needs to do that. She knows that she's only a flip or 2 behind Sarah at this point. So the fact that she's able to get to that sled first is going to be huge. And then, I mean, she's starting to negative split, and that's exactly what you want them to do.
Ariel Lowen and Danny Spiegel once again. The first 2 women off of the GHDs. Bethany Shadburn climbing down, and we'll move back to the sled. Here come Fisa Gaffi and Emma McQuaid. Sarah Sigmundsdottir is in her final couple of reps here, but she's going to get passed by Emma Tall and Ariel Lowen. Emma Tall is on the far side of the screen. She's on the left. She has quietly now moved into the lead along with Danny Spiegel. Sarah Sigmundsdottir back to the sled. So Emma Tall and Danny Spiegel are your leaders, but Sarah Sigmundsdottir, who's now just getting to her sled left side of your screen, has had the fastest pace on this implement. 16-minute time cap. So Emma Tall creeping closer to the finish. Danny Spiegel far side is in second place. Ariel Lowen sits in third. Again, no woman has finished all the work inside the 16 minutes, and Emma Tall is really getting close. She has to finish the flip, and then she has to run back down across the finish line, and she is done and now needs to make the trip back. So Emma Tall is going to win event number 1 as she takes the lead in the final round. 15:37 unofficially for Emma Tall to pick up 100 points. Final 10 seconds as Danny Spiegel gets across the finish line as well. She will take second and earn 97 points. And we'll see how the rest of the field shakes out, but only 2 women able to complete the event inside the 16 minutes, Emma Tall and Danny Spiegel.
And crazy the fact that Emma Tall was kind of in the shadows that whole time. I mean, we'd see her come off the buy-in part pretty